Apart from girls, what else is off limit for discussion with you guys?
I started talking to this girl, or this and this happened with this girl. No, I would just like, maybe when I'm talking about it, he'll just be in the group.
Sometimes it's almost like, I'm just here because my brother is here.
I'm not going to be blind to that fact.
I just want to see as the sequence awkwardness because I'm not going to wake up and go and tell my brother that there's this boy I like. That's so simple. Are you going to say cat? So proud of myself today because I am able to differentiate them twins. I am happy. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Why I'm happy, you guys, because you guys are on the show today is because you guys are twins. I only know the struggle. Okay, I don't know the struggle, even if in my head sometimes I like to feel like somewhere out there I have two babies. But I know that somehow, like every other person, first sibling, last sibling, twins, we all somehow have struggles in life, and then I brought you guys here to come and discuss the struggle of actually having a twin. I just want you guys to give a little introduction of yourselves first. So who's gonna start?
He's older, so my name is John. I'm Nigerian, obviously. I'm currently pursuing my master's in software engineering. I finish at the end of this month, and basically, I'm also a model. And I like to play football, so that's basically the simple.
Yours,
It's the same.
it's like copy me for real.
No, it's just that I'm doing a master's in automotive engineering.
Okay.
So aside that, every other thing is the same.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, aside that.
Okay. What was growing up as a twin? What was it like for you guys?
So that one.
Okay, it was like first of all, everything we're doing we had to do it together. Like wherever we're going, we have to go together. Whatever we're wearing, we have to wear the same thing, the same haircut. Everything we're doing had to be the same. So it was like we're the same, or different people, but we're the same person. We have to do everything together. It wasn't like James was a single entity or John was a single entity. It was like James and John, that was the name together. Like, oh, James and John come. If John did this, that means James did it. Exactly. So like, it was we were just always together.
And obviously that was the same experience. Would you say that you enjoyed that experience, or you wish you guys had you had time to live separately at some point?
Well, I'll say like it had its pros and cons. Like I'll say the pros were, people were like excited to see us, and it made us kind of unique in a different kind of way. But the cons were like, we weren't identified as an individual. We're like looked at as two people, but not like the same person. So it made things a bit, very confusing, because you wouldn't know if someone like wants to be friends with you or wants to talk to you because you're one person or because you're twins. You understand?
Oh.
Yeah, so I'll say it just goes both ways. Yeah, it has its advantages and disadvantages. Yeah.
That must be sad, like, because people do that.
Yeah,
I want to say that I know twins, I know those guys.
Exactly.
But what do you wish people around you did differently in the aspect of you guys as twins?
So like, if we go to I think we've had so many experiences where everyone will invite us, like as James and John. Okay, very good example was what's it called? Yeah. So there was this award show. That was what's it called? It was called Next Rated.
Yeah.
The Next Rated, like it was like maybe highest rated fresher for the year. It was Connex. So on the award they put like individual names there, like different people. They put like different freshers, like they put their names there. But when it came to us, they put James and John. It actually helped us win, to be honest, because
oh really?
Yeah.
we actually won it because like everyone was voting for like James and John, but like in a way it was like everyone was he had this like advantage and disadvantage because if I do something wrong, everyone recognizes as both of us. But the thing is that if one of us does something bad, everyone recognizes as both of us. So
Exactly.
so whatever in a way we're like obviously we look the same, but maybe to an extent our personalities might be slightly different. So people might just think, oh, if John is like that, or if James is like that, then John is like that. But that's not how it always is.
What would you say differentiates you guys' personality? What's different?
Well, in terms of personalities, I'll say, I kind of like we have quite similar personalities,
we have
to be honest.
different, but
We
like
do,
similar actually.
but I'll say like it can differ depending on our relationship with the person.
Yeah.
Generally, our personalities are quite similar because we're like mostly introverts, so we don't really like go out. We're kind of shy.
Actually.
We're kind of shy. So that is one.
Are you shy?
Yeah.
John, you're shy.
You don't think I'm shy?
He can. I think we can hide it very well.
Yeah,
James,
yeah.
are you shy?
I'm
You
shy,
know, I
man.
can say James is shy.
For real, James.
No, I can
I'm
say.
I even think I'm worse than him.
John is actually more like shy than I am.
Well, okay, I can say John is like maybe quiet, shy, but knows how to still put himself out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
James is just, I'm chill. I don't have the strength for today. Tomorrow's like, okay, I have the strength. I don't know. I
I'll
don't
take.
know. It's probably right. Probably
Yeah,
wrong.
that it's true. Yeah, but I feel it depends on our relationship with a particular person. Like the same way you describe me now. Yeah, another person would describe James in that kind of way. But I'll say the major difference is that I'll say I smile a lot more,
Yeah.
and he always,
I know
I appreciate that though.
exactly.
He's always smiling and your smile is like way wider.
Exactly,
Yeah.
than
And
him.
yours is just like.
So that's
I feel like he's more generally people say he's more approachable because like
yeah.
if you see both of us, I'm always not smiling. I don't do it intentionally, but like I'm not
He
smiling.
always
And
has
he's
this
more like
straight face.
he's more like okay. It's not like he's not smiling, but he's more receptive. He looks
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he's
yeah,
more
my
He
receptive.
has a happy face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And you have like,
That's what.
just here. Sometimes it's almost like, I'm just here because my brother is here. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, that's what
Probably not that well.
Okay.
When it comes to female, like you have the same spec, I would say.
Spec. I wouldn't say
That is a hard question, to be honest.
it's actually hard to be honest.
Like,
Because the thing is that we've never liked the same girl, but you could say that the kind of girls we like kind of look a certain kind of way. Yeah, so it's different, But yeah, I'd say generally we kind of like the same.
It is I feel for both of us we like very good looking people. Like,
Yeah.
very pretty girls.
okay,
That's just the only spec. There's nothing to like.
there's nothing to it.
Nothing
Yeah,
Just
nothing
have a
to
pretty
it.
face
Yeah.
and then we good to go. If you're given a chance to be in, would you comfortable as a twin?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
If I had
really?
the chance, I'll come as triplets.
I'll go as three people like actually, 'cause it makes it kind of in a way it's still like a cheat code because for example a very good example is like when we got scouted to model at first we had to do this what's it called, this walking.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of people there, there were like 40 people and they picked 15. So it's not like, and these are like people that are very good looking and like they even look like they model for time. But when they just saw both of us, we're twins. And there was this thing that they said like we should walk on the runway. So everyone was doing individual walks, like they were just walking. Then the head of the agency was like, okay, on two of you walk together. So like I just whispered in John's ear that when we're walking, like let's take the right foot first, like walk with your right foot first. So as we walk, like it looked like we're doing exactly the
Same thing, yeah.
So everyone was like,
That's the thing.
and it was like a cheat code to be honest.
Yeah, to be honest, yeah. Why I would want to come as a twin again is because I'll be honest, most of the things we've gotten in our life, like most of the good things, great opportunities we've had, is because we're twins. To be honest,
Yeah.
like I'm not going to be blind to that fact because yes, in the past, I would like to think there's things I've done individually, but there's certain favors and certain opportunities we've gotten because we're twins. So definitely. So this time triplets.
Thank you so much. I always wish I was a twin. I somehow felt I was a twin. I used to when I was younger, I always went to my mom. I was not a twin. You should not give up my twin. Then my mom gave me the story about how she was pregnant. There were two babies. She dreamt that Shaq came to collect one. I'm like, okay, stop giving me false hope. I know I have a twin. And there were days I would even say, okay, maybe I'm a twin. And then you know how hospitals still one child.
Yeah.
Like, maybe that's my case because why am I not double? I feel bad now. I feel no, not bad. I'm jealous. I'm jealous of you guys. Okay. Also, would you consider your brother to be a best friend?
Yeah.
Just because you guys are sweet or you guys have a bond?
I feel because we have a bond, like how I explain it. You know, when you've been with someone for your entire life, like he knows more than anyone else. No matter how, like I feel for every person, like I can act a certain way, but he knows like, okay, James is acting. This is how James is actually feeling at this point. I feel that comes with like when you live with someone, you've been in the same room like 2 times.
Yeah.
We've done everything together, literally.
But at the same time, there's still certain things that, we're not comfortable talking about to each other.
I like to.
Okay, for example, like girls. Now, sometimes, like, it would take a while, like the way it was in BIU, my uni. Like, for example, if I started talking to a girl or something, sometimes my friends would know, like our group of friends, like some individuals would know before he eventually gets to know. And I wouldn't just walk up to him and just tell him, oh, I started talking to this girl, or oh, this and this happened with this girl. No, I would just like, maybe when I'm talking about it, he'll just be in the group. Yeah. So I'll just like say it to like maybe the 2 other guys there or something. But if it's like one-on-one, just coming to him like, oh, James, this happened. Nah.
Would you consider that to be the normal sibling awkwardness? Like, okay, you know what, I have to see when I'm close to you, but I'd rather tell my friend this.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll say like the sibling awkwardness, but it's still the same thing. Like I feel for twins it might be double because it's like you go in front of a mirror and you just stand in front of the mirror and just saying everything. You know how weird it seems?
Yeah, how awkward it is.
People see me in every single way, every phase of life. Then I'm telling like something. It's just weird.
So you wouldn't want to like picture it in your head and everything. So it looks so weird.
To be honest.
Okay, I don't want to say it like I don't want to see it like going to see something in the mirror, right? But I just want to see it as the sibling awkwardness because I'm not gonna wake up and go and tell my brother that this is where like it could come up maybe sometime in the future. Maybe he's going to tell me something that is done with truth and I'm like, oh, this. But I'd rather go to my friends and be like, hey, how far? So I think I kind of get what you guys. So in as much as you guys are twins, you still have, and people would assume that everything is together, you guys say everything, you guys still have your boundaries as siblings. Apart from girls, what else is off limit for discussion with you guys?
I feel that's the only thing.
Personally,
every other thing you can easily talk about it. Every other thing comes.
Have you got other siblings?
Yeah.
You guys close to them?
Not really.
Not really.
To be honest, like no, we're not really, really close.
But I'll tell you the reason why is because like our nearest sibling is like 7 years older than us. So like all of them were like older, so they left home earlier.
Way older.
Yeah.
You guys are like the last.
Yeah. So like most of them left home early. Like they went to uni after uni, went to serve somewhere else, and all of a sudden they got jobs elsewhere. And so growing up, like it was just both of us and our parents are here. They'll come once in a while, but we didn't really have that tight bond. But I'd say like they're really cool people. Like they like to try and talk to us a lot and everything. But this is where like our shyness affects us because sometimes you want to like have some kind of conversations and we're like, nah, we're not used to having this kind of conversations with you. So I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one awkward time where in my first year in uni, I went to my sister's place to spend Easter. Then I think my phone got stolen the day I was coming to my sister's place. So then I had a girlfriend. So I was texting her with my sister's second phone. Like she gave me the phone to be using before I got a new one. So while I was texting her and everything, I eventually got the phone, but I forgot to delete all the texts. So at that point in time, my sister did not know that I had the girlfriend and everything. So only for me to get back to school and my sister asking, "Oh, how is?" And I'm like, "Wait, how do you know about that?" Then she told me that she saw all the texts and everything. So it was so awkward because from that point she kept trying to trying to say, "Oh, how is she?" and everything. I hope everything is good. So I was like, it felt so awkward for me. So I just said, "Oh, we've broken up and everything." I just had to, because it was so, awkward for me.
Yeah. Because that's actually funny. Because now your other siblings are probably gonna think you guys are awkward with that because it's them. But that happens between you guys, and they don't even know. So basically, it's just a general awkwardness. What would you say is the worst thing that's happened to you guys together because you guys are twins?
Okay, I felt like the worst thing was probably in secondary school. Yeah, I did something. I remember I was in my just one, so I did something and like I'm not going to say what I did, but like I did something. Then so this senior was now like beating me up, like that was just talking, insulting me, blah 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 blah. It wasn't that bad. And so all of a sudden decided beating him up too because of the same thing. Oh, because these twins did
it's the same.
This one did it, so like I'll just beat both of you.
And another one also happened in secondary school as well, where I think I did something this time, and I got punished for it. But like the punishment was supposed to it's not like a 1 day punishment or something. They're gonna keep punishing me consecutively or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I got punished. Then the next day I was trying to hide. Then they saw him and they punished him instead. And he kept trying to tell them that, oh, it's not him and everything.
But gonna be
exactly, they're gonna be like, okay, I know you're going to use this eventually.
Okay, I still want to be a twin. I don't care. Then what's the most sneaky thing you guys have done together?
Sneaky.
Secondary school, we had this what's it called? Exam. No, it wasn't an exam, it was a test. It was agricultural science then. So that was the first day we were just like, okay, let's try this swapping thing because he was in A, I was in B. So we wanted to try this like swapping thing, like, okay, I'll write your test for you, you write my test for me. So I was both prepared for the test for. So we now like swap classes. So we just like made sure like we had the same attitude, same personal, like so that no one would notice. So we wrote the test. But I got 9 for him, he got 10 for me.
Oh, nice. Was it like a subject that you knew better? I think you guys were just, I want to have fun.
We
were just like,
fun.
and while we just tried it, because both of us were like confident going into that particular test. So no one in the class figured out. There was just one person that eventually figured it out though. I think the person was in his class, but he was not sure. He was just like looking for a while. I was like, nah, something is off. Well, eventually we told him after the class. Apart from that, no.
You guys didn't report.
No, he was a good guy.
Were you guys like calm growing up, or you guys were like drunk?
Well, I feel we've always been quiet. We've always been like, maybe if you're seeing so many children playing, if you look at the two quiet people, there's always be enjoying. Like, we're always very quiet. It's just like a few people. It's just like a few people. The only place that we're always very loud was when it came to football. Yeah. As long as it's football, like we could easily be the loudest people there. So that was the only thing that made us loud. But let's say once football ends, we just go back to being quiet and calm.
What would you say is the cause of international?
That's the thing. I don't know, to be honest, because like generally growing up, we just felt we're not really comfortable doing some kind of things, like although I want to try it, but I wouldn't say it's like my family had anything to do with it. It was just like in my head, I'll just feel awkward doing it, So like, for example, up to now, I can't dance in my life, to be honest, but I can't dance. Yeah.
Is it that you don't know how to, or you can't dance in public.
Personally, I don't know how to dance, so that's what I would say. But
Can you dance?
when
A bit
yeah,
better
you
at
can
that.
dance better than me. But when I was young, yeah, and people were like trying to dance and everything, yeah, I feel at that point, when you're young and you're trying to do something, it would definitely come off. But that time I'll be like, oh, I just feel weird trying to dance and everything. So eventually I just stopped and everything because I just felt weird coming out of that point. So I feel that's what it was for both of us. So over time, it just became like that. And another thing that affected it, was early on in secondary school as well. I won't lie, when we came to secondary school, we're crying the first year. The first just one, we cried a lot because first time moving away from home.
Yeah.
So it was like me growing up with my family all these years and all of a sudden moving away. But other people handled it better. But the way we handled it was, just knowing that, okay, we only us, we have our backs and everything. So we just decided to stick with each other, and over the years, it just kept growing like that. We just,
Have you guys come across other twins growing up as well? Have you had friends that are twins, or have you
We've had not a lot, but we've seen a lot of twins.
I know there's Peace and Precious. There was Ibrahim and Ishaku. They were our classmates. There was James and John.
Okay.
Yeah. So
would you say you guys have you guys have similar struggles as twins? Did you ever have a conversation with them to know that, okay, what we're struggling with people is also the same thing you guys are struggling with as well?
Nah, we never actually had conversations with them because
never really had that conversation, but people, I feel I've seen twins, the James and John guys, they were in my secondary school. I think we're in just 2 or in just 1, they were in SS2. So they were older and they were very nice to us and everything. But with them, you could see they were quite close.
Yeah.
You could see they were okay. Very good example. We even had a roommate that was a twin.
Okay.
And one Busy and Chukuma. Those guys were close.
Yeah, they were close.
Anything you just need. Sometimes I might be able to handle stuff on my own. I don't really need to tell him. But these guys, they were always together every single time. So we didn't really have a conversation with them, but we could see okay, these guys they might be a lot more open to each other than we are. I don't really know because people have personal things to talk about, but from what they were showing us, it was it was quite close.
That's fair. Now we're moving on to, I want to see how similar. Okay, it's not a lot of questions though, but I'm just gonna ask a couple of themes. Checking how similar you guys are. So you're gonna choose either this or that, and we're starting with food anyway. So jollof rice or fried rice?
Jollof rice.
Fried rice.
Okay. Pounded yam or fufu?
Yeah.
Egusi or eforiro?
Egusi, definitely.
Chicken or turkey?
Chicken.
Oh! Ass or boobs?
I'm the black one.
Exactly.
I don't know what you think by your black
Ass
man.
obviously.
Huh?
Ass obviously.
Definitely.
The same thing.
Same thing.
Short or tall, bro?
Short.
Personality or looks?
That's actually a really hard question.
Because without looks first, you're never going to be open to see the person's personality.
Sometimes I'd say that's actually a very good question.
Bro, looks.
Sorry, looks.
I'll feel looks.
Married for love or married for money?
Right now, if I'm being honest.
Right now,
I'm married for money.
I'm married for money right now. You fall in love later.
So now, we're moving on to the next one. It's literally telepathy. I want to see how much you guys are connected. So I'm going to call a letter, and you guys will mention the first animal that comes to your mind after a count of 3, right? So the first letter we're starting with is E. 1, 2, 3, go.
Elephant.
W. 1, 2, 3, go.
Well.
B. 1, 2, 3, go.
Bird.
C. 1, 2, 3, go.
Cat.
A. 1, 2, 3, go.
Ants.
M. 1, 1, 2, 3, go.
Monkey.
Okay, that was
G. 1, 2, 3, go.
giraffe.
Thank God!
What did you say? What I was going to say? What I was going to say wasn't even G. I was going to say jaguar.
I'm really nice having you guys on the show. Hopefully you guys are happy to be here too.
Yeah.
And what's your final word for, let's say, your friends out there or people that want to get to know you?
Well, one thing I'd say is like to not make assumptions or not to generalize about both of us, because I feel in this life a lot of things that have affected people and reputations and everything is because of what someone said about someone, and most of the time it's not true. So I feel, or what I would say to people concerning both of us is, before like you assume stuff, you should like try to get to know us first. Don't just take someone else's word for it, because there's people out there that are just down to smear people's names or just to cause controversy. So personally, I try not to believe the first things people tell me about someone unless I've seen the person do those things. So I like to try and get to know people more. So I'll just say in terms of us, because I'll say growing up or coming from secondary school, uni, there's been times where people just randomly say stuff and all of a sudden people just carry it on. So
You guys have heard from John. I was gonna say James, but I remember the name. Tell you, I'm getting this thing right. You guys have heard from John. Thank you for staying with us. I really do appreciate. Make sure you go like them on your socials. They are amazing models, and they're open to. You guys are open to work with people, right?
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. You're open for collaboration, so why not just do that, right? Thank you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment. By the way, which twin they enter your eye? Down in the